What up, everybody? I am the Mademoiselle, and this is my channel. Welcome to another video. As you guys can hear, my voice is still a little bit out, but it did come back. Thank you guys so much for all your well wishes. Shout outs to those of you guys who follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, let's give you a moment to do that. Let me drink my water. Those of you guys who, already follow me, shout outs to y'all. Go get your tea, go get your snacks. I'm gonna wait for the rest of y'all. All right, you got it? All right, good. Everything else that you need is always linked down below. I have multiple channels. If you're watching this and you think you're on the Haitian channel or the personal channel, you are not. This is my main channel. Again, check out the other channels linked down below. So for today's video, we're actually going to be reacting to some My 600-Pound Life. A lot of you guys have sent this to me in my video suggestion for, okay? And let me just say I've been avoiding it. One, because of copyright. Two, because I really genuinely think the show is exploitative. Although I feel like a lot of us watch certain things to make ourselves feel better and I guess as an escape, this show bothers me. It really does. I just feel like these people need legitimate help. They don't need to be on TV. And although a lot of them are getting help, a lot of them seem to not live up to the task at hand, which is losing weight. So if all of this sounds like mumble jumble to you, you don't know what I'm talking about. My 600-Pound Life is a reality show on TLC that follows the lives of very, very heavy set people. They are typically anywhere from 400 pounds and up, and they have a doctor. His name is Dr. Now, and he basically tries to get these people to lose weight, get healthier lifestyles, and also get gastric bypass surgery if they become candidates. The caveat with the show is they usually have a certain goal, right? Like they're usually told like, hey, you have to eat this, you have to do this, you have to whatever, and then I'll do your surgery. The problem I have with that is like, you can't, I don't know how to explain it. Somebody that's gotten that big has so many different issues aside from their addiction to food or their metabolism or their genetics. There is genuinely something going on that needs to be handled. And I feel like A, putting these people on TV, B, putting these people on blast, C, just telling them to lose weight and follow a diet plan is not enough. A lot of this is psychological. So comment down below. Have you ever heard of My 600-Pound Life? Do you like it? Do you not? What do you think about it? Do you have the same opinion I have? Before we get started, I'm not going to tolerate people fat shaming and disrespecting this woman or any other people that I react to in regards to My 600-Pound Life or anything very similar. It's just unnecessary. I think these people know that they're fat. Okay, these people know that they have a problem. These people know that they need to lose weight. There's no reason to sit there and make fun of them and do all that extra shit. I feel like a lot of people do watch the show for entertainment, and that's just disturbing to me. So any disrespectful comments that I personally see will be blocked. So you can keep commenting, but nobody's gonna see it. So obviously there's going to be a lot of pausing in this because one, I'm a reaction and commentary channel, and two, the copyright is serious with TLC. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh my God, you keep pausing, get Momo, click off. I don't have time for that shit. All right, so let's get into it.
Food is like my best friend. Can I have some juice, Miss V?
I need a roller cart.
When I eat, it takes the stress away. That's what I do to help me cope with things. I know that the food is unhealthy and it's not good for me, but with the habit that I had so long, it's hard to change it.
That's a lot of fucking food. Jesus Christ, that's the, bro, I don't eat that much food in a week. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. And it's not even because my appetite is suppressed because I've been on semaglutide. It's because like in general, I really don't eat a lot, right? So for those of you guys who are new here, I've fluctuated in weight my entire life. I've been super tiny. I've been, kind of heavy, especially for my height. Right now I'm on a weight loss journey, more like a health lifestyle type of journey because like my family's diabetic. Okay. My dad's side, all of them are diabetic. And my mom's side, they all have high cholesterol. Now I have high cholesterol and I'm pre-diabetic. I will say, right? Again, shout out to those of you guys who follow me on Instagram because I've been documenting my healthy lifestyle, my dance lifestyle, all of that. And me taking semaglutide, and I am no longer, okay, at risk for developing diabetes. So I'm no longer pre-diabetic. Also have lowered my bad cholesterol by a lot by being on semaglutide. And it's funny because I see all these videos and all these posts like, oh my God, Ozempic, oh my God, these weight loss drugs, da da da. And it's like, for people that are like this, okay, this would really help them, right? For people who are at risk for legitimate diseases, like legitimate lifelong issues that can cause them to go into cardiac arrest, etc., this is needed. Okay, like it just bothers me, like seeing people shitting on people that are trying to lose weight to better their life. Like y'all talk shit about people that are big, and then you talk shit about people that are trying to lose weight. Like, pick a fucking side, pick a fucking problem. I understand that the whole idea is there's people out there that don't need to be on weight loss medication and they're just legitimately lazy. Like, point blank period, there is no underlying health condition. They're really not big. They just want the easy way out. Obviously, I'm not talking about those people. There's always that one fucking person that comments and tries to give me a dissertation. Save that shit for your drafts. Keep it in your group chat. I really don't care. I'm talking about people that really need to be on this. Like, people on 600-pound life, people that like are pre-diabetic, people that are literally at risk for legitimate diseases. Like, I think those are good options for them. As somebody like my dad has been diabetic my whole life, I've had to pay out of pocket for insulin. I've never had a situation where like he couldn't get insulin. And I know that's been a thing where it's like, oh, well, these people on these weight loss drugs, da da da. Understand that most people on weight loss medication like that, it's not, well, after that whole crisis happened when people were literally taking legitimate insulin, they started to separate the active ingredient and all of that. So you can look that up on your own time. So if you guys really are curious about my weight loss journey, again, follow me on Instagram. And if you do want to like take the next step in your journey, whether it's tirzepatide, semaglutide, or whatever, head down to the link in the description and or the pinned comment. I do get a small kickback if you guys sign up with me. I'm gonna tell you guys that up front. So if you want to help the channel, if you want to help yourself, make sure you guys go down in the link in the description and or the pinned comment. Not sponsored. I just do have an affiliate link.
I have 3 siblings. My sister, my older brother, I have a deceased brother. And up until the time that I was 12, everything was really peaceful. And during my early elementary school years, I was always a little chubby. Food was just something we did as a family and as a community. And I love eating for that reason, because food always meant love. My dad was always at work. He was the provider to bring in the finance, but my mom, she was a great stay-at-home, mom. She made sure that we didn't want for nothing. But then when I was 12, everything changed, because that's when my mom died very suddenly. My mother had asthma real bad, so one night she was having an attack. My older brother, Terry, took mom to the hospital, and before she left, she said, if I don't make it back, tell everybody I love them. I'm not thinking that it's a possibility that my mom not gonna come back. So when we got to the hospital, when we went in the room, me and my sister, they let us go in there, and I was trying to wake my mom up, but she wouldn't wake up. She was just laying there.
TLC be so wrong for putting these people in these damn angles. Like, why is it that they always film this shot of like the person sitting and they're under? You already know it's so unflattering to film someone from below. Like, anybody in film, anyone in broadcasting, anyone like in the social media space knows that. The only things you can film from below that look good are dance videos. Other than that, it just never makes sense. Like, it's like they're doing this shit on purpose. Like, y'all just trying to make her look worse. Like, why? Like, and then you blur the shit because oh my goodness. Jesus, this is sad. This is so heartbreaking. And it's like, yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these people need therapy. They don't need to be on television airing out all they shit. Like, this just hurts so bad. Especially because, like, I'm one of those people, like, I also seek comfort in food. I'm a binge eater, right? So y'all always hear me say I have ADHD. My ADHD is connected to binge eating. I find comfort in food. It took me a long time to try to knock myself out of it and say, okay, food is fuel. Okay, yes, you can eat for enjoyment, but food is fuel. I have days where I don't eat, and I have days where I'll eat the whole goddamn cupboard. But it's just like, this is sad, and it all starts from somewhere. Like, I grew up in the hood. I've been, experiencing death since I was like a kid. So I feel like a lot of that played into it, as well as a lot of my parents' financial issues. In terms of this story, like, I just relate to it so much, especially as a binge eater. I've been super big. I've been super small. Not this big, obviously, but like still, like I've had my times where I was like treading into the plus size. That's when I said no. Ain't no way I'm be out here like, oh, I can't, shop in regular 10 spot or easy pickings or rainbow or whatever because I need an XL. Like now I buy XLs because I love me a baggy clothes. Okay, for dancers, y'all already know I'm a dance teacher, whatever. I love me a baggy outfit. Like that's just me. But like back in the day, I could fit into the XL. Like I could fit into the 1X, and I was like, nope. We done. Like we gotta do a life change. And it's funny because a lot of people kind of look at these people and they're like, oh well, I don't understand. Like, why is it that they can't get their life together? Why can't they just stop eating? Better yet, how do they afford all this food? You can afford whatever you want to afford. I'm telling you right now. One thing I had to learn in my 20s, I just turned 30 by the way, right? But one thing I learned in my 20s, the hard way even, is that if you really want to get the money for something, you're gonna fucking find it. Whether you have to apply for a loan, ask friends, work extra hours, you're going to find a way to get the money for whatever. Whoever's enabling her is finding the money to get her this food because they want to keep her happy. They want to keep her content. Because people who are like this, when they don't get what they want, when they don't get the food, when they don't get the answers, the responses that they want to whatever they're doing, they get violent, they get mad, they get angry. Like my dad is a perfect example of this. My dad was sick for the whole of last year. Again, shout out to those guys who subscribed to the Patreon and donated to the GoFundMe for support. And he eats a lot. Obviously, when he was sick, he wasn't eating that much, but he eats a lot in general. If I tell him I'm not going to get him food or I tell him I'm not going to get him his fish or whatever, he starts getting upset. He starts getting mad. I had to learn to be like, I don't give a fuck. You're not getting it because you ain't got no money and I'm not paying for it. Point blank, period. Like, you got to really have a certain type of, a level of, I don't know how to explain it. You have to have a certain level of discipline and in a strong stance with these people, because if not, they're gonna run you. Chances are someone in her family who's very close to her is bringing her all this food.
She always was a good little girl. Once my mom passed, she had to come live with me, and I think she felt like she was kind of alone.
When I turned 15, I got my own place, and I was only able to do that because my dad came through and signed for the lease in his own name.
15, living by yourself? Hey, yo, some niggas don't deserve kids. Who the fuck signs a lease for a 15-year-old to live by themselves? Hey! You know what? We're all going to hell. I'm just waiting for Jesus to come back at this point. Jesus, whoever, God, Allah, Odin, I don't know. Whatever it is you believe in or whatever. I'm waiting for somebody to come back and wipe us all the fuck out. Because ain't no way you're telling me your dad signed a lease while you were 15.
So then I lived on my own for a while, and during that time, I gained a lot of weight. By the time I was 15, I was up to 200. And by the time I was 17, I was up to 300 pounds. Because I really had no one taking care of me, and I can do whatever I wanted. My dad being the type of man that he is, financial-wise, he did what he could, but as a child, he wasn't available. It was the food that made me feel better. I was going to drop out of school, but my godmother got a hold of me and made me finish.
Latonya going through a depression. She started eating more and staying to herself a lot, and that bothered me. I can't really explain it, but she changed a lot. I saw her and I told Latonya, I said, you're gonna have to get control of your weight. She felt like she had control of it because she said she was walking, she was in the gym, exercising.
You think telling somebody you need to get control of your weight is going to help them? Like, I really can't stand it. Like, even with me, when I gain weight, because I fluctuate in weight all the time, and people are like, oh, well, you know, you getting bigger, or oh, you need to lose weight. Bitch, you don't think I see myself in the mirror? I just think it's absolutely ridiculous to me. Like, how people really just be telling these people that the shit's already out of control. You talk about something getting it's already out of control. Like, at that point, you're just antagonizing the person. You're just being rude. Like, they know they need to lose weight. And if they don't, they probably like the way they are. Let them be. If they want to die early, let them die. I mean, like, at the end of the day, there's some people that like being that big. There's some people that aspire to be that big. There's some people that are out here talking about, oh, I want to be 900 pounds. That's a real thing.
I'd want to be the fattest woman in the world.
I'm not going to help you do it, but I still love you no matter what.
I believe in you.
See, told you. That's a real thing. If that's what they want to do, it's their life. Okay. Eventually you kind of just have to like be like, all right, whatever. But for people that you know they're trying to, or you know they talked about losing weight and you just gonna sit there and go be like, oh, you need to get control of your weight. No shit, Sherlock.
Like 5 years ago, I fell and broke my knee, so I went to the hospital, and that's when I got the motorized wheelchair. It's like I never got back up yet. And my health has gone downhill ever since. Because it was during that time when my fiance got in touch with me. Praise God that during that dark time, I was able to find a real light.
I was incarcerated and I ran to one of her cousins. He knew I was in the big boned women. So he was like, I got a cousin for you. What other people see her weight, this and that. I know she a good person. She teach me some things, you know what I'm saying?
Why do I feel like a lot of these people just be fetishizing heavier set people? I swear to God, that's what it is. Just like with anything else, I feel like a lot of these men and women that be with these people are the type of people that like taking care of people. Because I've heard of people say like, hey, I lost weight and my boyfriend left me. I lost weight and my girlfriend left me. It's like they didn't want me to be better. I've heard that type of story for like years, okay, from a lot of people I know that have lost weight. Personally, I never had it happen to me because I was never that big. But I'll say that there's a lot of people I know who are into heavier set women, and men. And a lot of times it is the aspect of like them being needed that keeps them around. And then as soon as they lose weight and get healthier, it's a completely different story. Now, I will say, I'm not saying that about this guy right here, but I'm saying like, it's funny. A lot of people, they watch these and they're like, yo, how is it that somebody married them? Like, da da da. Like, a lot of times it's not about appearance, believe it or not, right? A lot of people feel, especially when it comes to men, oh, men are so vain. No, real men, okay, that have matured, and actually know who they are, really will marry somebody based on who they are. Shocking, right? Because child, I've seen a lot of men that I grew up with like turn from like immature, disrespectful, bad, ain't shit niggas to like now they're marrying someone that a lot of us would look at and be like, are you sure? But it's like, it's purely because they really do love them. It's who they are. It's how they take care of them. It's how they care for their kids. And it's interesting because a lot of us, right, especially me when I was younger, a lot of us sit there and we're like, oh, well, they like the girl with the bust down and da-da-da. Some men do. But a lot of real men out there won't marry the girl with the bust down and the BBL and the 20 pounds of makeup. Most of the time, they're going to marry somebody that you least expected. Why? Because that person at least is who they are. They're authentically who they are. They're not portraying to be someone else or something else. And most of the time, these are really good people. Like a lot of us like thrive off of pretty privilege, right? We see a pretty person, we're like, oh, they got everything going together. They got the dream man, the dream house, the dream car, the dream career. No, a lot of the times those people are broken inside and they're horrible people. I hate to say it like that, but that's really what it is. Shockingly enough, a lot of people actually do care about that person. And it, I say all that to say, like, don't just sit there and look at someone and say, oh, well, they're 600 pounds. They're never going to get someone. Or, oh, well, they're a crackhead, or they look burnt out, or they're not that pretty, or their hair is too short. All this shit that y'all be saying is really irrelevant to somebody that's a real person actually trying to find genuine love and connection. Like, people that actually care about that shit are not going to look at all those things.
Thank God enough, how God worked things out. But now, I need to be able to live long enough for us to grow old together. A few years back, I went to see Dr. Now. But I don't think he ever took me really seriously. Thank you.
Oh, you did real good.
And can I get a wet towel, wash my hands and stuff?
Yes, ma'am.
You did real good. No, bitch, you did real bad for giving her that damn food, you ass. Like, what a child.
Let's go to the grocery store. Ready when you ready. Adrian got the keys. He waiting for you outside.
I go grocery shopping maybe once a month because it's hard for me to get back and forth to the grocery store. My nephew, Adrian, maybe like 3 times a week, asks do I need help and run my errands and do things for me, Oh my God, it's cold out here.
I told you it was cold.
It's freezing, I'm sorry, guys. I climb in my van. That take a lot of energy, so before I can start the van and drive, I have to take a breath because it then took so much energy to do all that moving. Hold on, Norbert. When I'm in my wheelchair, I'm comfortable. And I don't get really tired when I go grocery shopping because I'm doing something that I like. Once I get inside, I be in the store for hours because I don't know the next time when I'm gonna go. Everybody got a hobby, and food is my hobby.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Food should never be a hobby. Food is fuel. And I understand all of us, like a lot of us watching this, we're foodies, right? I don't think I consider myself a foodie, but in general, a lot of people are foodies. But you have to be able to eat in moderation. And the relationship you have with food and how you see food has a lot to do with your weight loss journey. If she talk about some, she want to hit up Dr. Now. And right now she talk about some food is her hobby. Bitch, you're not about to lose shit.
I eat about 6 times per day.
Hopefully she means 6 small meals. I eat about 4 to 6 times a day, but they're small meals, little snacks. I hope she's not having a freaking dinner spread for 6 times a day. Like, this is wild. Like, honestly, I was feeling bad for her and I still do. But then when I'm seeing this, it's just like, you can barely walk. You can barely take care of yourself right now as it is. And I'm sure it's going to go downhill. And you sitting here talking about some food is a hobby. And how you eat 6 times a day. And I know them shits ain't no little small snacks.
Nuggets, eggs, bacon, turkey bacon with some juice, pork, beef, chicken.
Where's the vegetables in that damn cart? There's no vegetables in that cart. There's no, like, come on, sis. You gotta at least try, bro. Where's the water? Where's the vegetable? Where's the fruit? Where's the grains? The whole wheat? She ain't mentioned I need some apples. Yo, this is wild.
Some days I don't even eat regular food. I just eat snacks all day. I love chips. I like candy, cakes, cookies, sweet stuff like that. I love cereal. And I'm just trying to get in the car so I can eat chips or something like that.
So does this man not drive? Why the fuck is she driving? And I'm not saying because she's big she can't drive. I'm just like, this looks like a struggle. Like, did the show make her do this in order to like make fun of her or something? Because it's like there's 2 other people with her, none of them could drive. So I'm very curious to see what happened to her, if she lost weight, where she is today. This video was posted on the TLC channel 11 months ago. I'm not necessarily sure how old the episode is, so let me do a quick search. All right, so found her. I'm gonna go on Screen Rant. All right, so Latonya Pottain's weight loss journey on My 600-Pound Life was challenging and didn't have the expected outcome. Latonya continues to work on her health and goals and is determined to make progress despite setbacks. Traumas from Latonya's past, including the loss of loved ones, have played a significant role in her struggles. All right, let's keep scrolling. All right, so apparently she posted on Facebook that her episode was going to air January 24th. I believe this might have been last year. I'm not really sure. But she wrote that she has not reached her goal, but she's working on herself. So on TikTok, she revealed that she's still doing the weight loss program. She also shared that she and Dwayne are still together, which is really great. Shout outs to her. Latonya added the negative feedback doesn't bother her. She appreciates all the positive thoughts sent her way. She said she's currently seeing a psychiatrist. And above, Latonya worked out with her trainer on the show. That didn't go very well. However, in March 2023 interview with Shriver, whatever, Times, Latonya really opened up about her life after My 600-Pound Life. She also talked about a painful upbringing that sparked her food addiction. So it seems that Latonya is actually doing well. I'm so happy to hear it because I ain't gonna lie, this was making me extremely nervous. Like, I was like, I really hope she's still alive. I came across a video not too long ago about like the people who have passed away that have been featured on the show, and it really triggered me. Like, it makes me feel like every single time I see one of these episodes, like I'm gonna hear like they passed away. So I'm really happy that she's doing well. I'm happy she's still with Dwayne. I'm happy she has a support system and she's getting psychiatric help because that has a lot to do with it. Like, a lot of everything that you do in life has to do with your mental, how successful you are, how you manage stress, how you cope with things on a day-to-day. Like, a lot of it has to do with your mindset at the end of the day. Like, yeah, some people are just poor. Some people have disadvantages. Yeah, some things happen. But at the end of the day, how you react to it is what matters. And prolonged stress and prolonged trauma that is undealt with will manifest in other ways. If you don't let it out, if you don't properly deal with things, it's going to manifest in other ways, whether it's a food addiction, a drug addiction, an alcohol addiction, mental health issues. Trust me, I know. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. And if you guys would like more, please leave me a comment. Or if you don't feel like commenting, just like the video so I know that this is what you guys really want to see. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye!